You know, I'm doing this dynamic yaw offset and pitch offset step by step in videos so you will understand it better. And if you don't understand some part of it, you can rewatch it and find it easy to rewatch it, right? So no, we have the where our gun is aiming at, if it is hitting something or not, doesn't matter. We want to get that in our animation blueprint, and for getting that, first of all, we should get our third person character, and in here search for where our gun is aiming. Okay, get it right. And now we have the location where our gun is looking at. Now with this, you know that this is a vector tree, right? It has X, Y, and Z. But our crosshair is at the screen. So it just have X and Y, right? So in the screen, the UI always have just an X and Y in widget blueprint where we draw our crosshair. So what we can do about this, where gun is aiming, we can project it to our UI screen that just have X and Y. And for that, we can just search for project word to a screen. Okay, project word to a screen. So what it will do, what this node will do, it will get a word position and give us a screen position, a UI screen position that just have X and Y. You get it? So if you don't get this, please again leave it in question box, in question section. I will explain it more. Whenever you have a position or location in the word that has X, Y, and Z, you can get the screen position or UI position of that location by this node. What this node it need the player. Okay, so how we can get that player? We can just search for get player. If it is work, cool, right? So we can get the player like this, get player controller, right? The player 0 is always us if it is a single player game. So let's just connect it here. That's finished. Now we have a screen position of where our gun is aiming at, right? So for making it easy, I want to right click in it and split the scribe pin. So we have X and Y, okay? X and Y of where our gun is aiming at. If it is hitting something or the end of where we are line tracing, right? And what I want to do, I want to right click on them and promote it to variable like this. Promote this as well to variable. And I want to connect the execution pin to here. So we have those values. Now let's just change the name. Where gun is aiming, screen X position X. Okay, let's just copy it so we can paste it for this as well. And this one is for Y. Okay, now it's more self-explanatory. Everything cool with that. Now we have the X and Y of where our gun is looking at. If it is hitting something, is that location, and it will project it to UI screen or a screen. And if it's not hitting something, it will get the end of our line trace and it will project it to a screen or UI screen. And now we have that, right? So what we can do about that now? First of all, what I'm going to do, I want to add a sequence node in here. So we have multiple execution pin. I need 3 of them, right? So now with that, we can check if the X of where our gun is looking at is greater than the middle of a string, than crosshair, just add to it. If it is less than the X of middle of a screen, add to it. If the X of where our gun is aiming at is bigger than X of the middle of the screen, just decrease it, right? So now with all of these, we know where our gun is looking at in the UI screen, right? So we need to get the center of our screen because our crosshair is at the center of our screen. How we can get the center of a screen? It is easy. First of all, let's just bring this a little bit to the right. What I want to do in here, I want to right click and search for get viewport size. And what this will do, it will get the size of the monitor that our game is playing on. We can right click on it and split the strike pin so we can have the X and Y. And because we need the middle of the screen, we can divide these by 2, right? Divided by 2 for the X and the Y. Divide by 2. So now with these two dividing, we have the middle of screen, the X and Y, right? So now I think the best way is to again right click, promote these two variables and promote this one to variable as well. And I want to change the name. So in here, middle of a screen X, okay? And this one is middle of a screen Y, okay? Now we have the X and Y of the middle of our screen, or the position of our crosshair. It needs some execution pin, so we can just hold control, connect these to here, connect the end of that to here, and connect these to here. Okay, so now we have the middle of a screen Y and X. So for making it more beautiful, let's just put this here, put this one here, okay? And this one is good in here. Let's just put this one here, put this one here, I think. So no, I think it is easier. Now we have where our gun is looking at, even if it is hitting something or not in the UI screen space. And we have the middle of screen X and middle of screen Y. And with all of that, now we can say if the, for example, X of where gun is aiming at is greater than middle of screen X, decrease this, okay? Decrease the pitch, decrease the yaw, for example, yaw offset. And if it is less than that, if the X of where our gun is looking at less than middle of the screen X, increase the yaw offset, okay? So in the next video, we will do that.